Suleiman Rahim here, Master of the Covenant. Break our seven seals. Future news, brothers and sisters. I have a special topic today. It's complicated. It's advanced. It's mathematics. But first, let's address this. This should tell you everything you need to know right here. Because they keep representing themselves as the anointed, the Christ, representing Elijah Muhammad, representing Master Muhammad. I mean, that's what they keep presenting themselves as. So why don't they come and collect this $5,000? I'm saying they're goddamn liars. So I'm saying if that's true, right? Prove this. And come get your $5,000. They can shut me down and make a liar out of me if I don't, right? Come across what I'm saying here. I don't stand behind it. $5,000 cash payment. Anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom of Master Farah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher, Master Muhammad's teachings. Period. That's all they got to do. That should be easy. Because that's what they're claiming. They've been claiming for 40 some years. They should be easy to come and get that five. And that's for everyone that can do it. That's just for the first one. Anyone that can do it. They try to run out of money. You understand? And they don't come forward. Never. They send me nasty grams. They call me names. They misrepresent everything I'm saying. But they don't come and get this. And I'm accessible. They can reach me. See? But they got some line when we're going to give $10,000 if you can prove Farrakhan's lie. Yes, I'll take that challenge anytime. Because I can prove his lying all day long and twice on Sunday. See? So then they change. Oh, no, well, Elijah said it. For him, what he's saying, but they're not accessible. That's just a lie. Like everything else comes on. They pull out of Farrakhan's behind. It's all lies. It's all stink. It's foul. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Because I have a special presentation. I think I'm going to have to break this down, brothers and sisters, because I'm going to go over some of it just in general, but my specific one, I'm going to go into detail, right? But the rest of it, I probably go in general and then go into detail another time, maybe tomorrow or something, because I've been out of commission for a couple of days, right? So before I get to that, let's talk about a couple of things here, brothers and sisters. You know, you got, Daniel says he had three companions. And I never gave a lot of thought. And for like 30 years, right? I mean, I've been presenting this mess for 30 years. And I knew they would show up sooner or later because it said it would show up. And, and so what would that mean? I mean, what would they be? Because as far as Daniel's concerned, they don't do anything. They're just there. So why are they there? What's the point of it? Not even mentioning the angel, he's not directly. And no place else in the Bible I'm aware of. Just there. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right? Just look at that. So I've come to a conclusion. Right? I'm just going to say in general. So you can do what you will with it. Right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And it's three. It's always seen three. If one leaves, another one shows up. It's always three. Now, this is getting to advanced stuff here, brothers and sisters. See, I started not to talk about this at all. Because it gets some really advanced stuff. And that's why I want to be careful how I talk about this. See? So I'm just going to say I'm going to put this in a generalization. And this right now I'm going to put it in the sense of my thoughts on the matter. I'm not going to just leave it there. Right? Because I don't want anybody to come back at me and say, hey, man, I predicted or whatever. No, it's my thoughts on the matter right now. Right? Because I gave some thought recently. And it fits into something else, but like I said, I don't want to go and make commitments right now. I do want to address it to a certain extent. because it's too fast. If I go into that detail and try to explain to you mathematically, it's going to be too far, too much, too difficult, and most of you have no idea what I'm talking about anyway, right? And those are studying probably not even up to this level. So, but I think it needs to be mentioned. I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I should just pass this up, brothers and sisters. I said we're one body. See, one body, and the brain. If females know this, right? The brain forms first, and then the three main organs come behind that, and then you got sub organs that's related to them, right? But you got three main organs: heart, lungs, and digestive system. Right? That's after the brain. Then all the other organs, right? Some subset of that. Okay? Okay. And so the brain forms and the body's forming, right? Now if the brain is defective, then the organ's gonna be defective. And you're gonna come a baby's gonna come deformed or whatever, right? So the brain has to be perfect. And then it's perfect, then it has to, right? And you have a genetic code. See, in gene you have a genetic code. It's like programming. It's like programming, actually. When you write programs, it programs. So that code in there says, okay, how to, what form you're going to give, the brain, and then the brain, and what form it's going to take in the different organs, right? And I said, we have different, in the body you have different people. Some people leg cells, some people arm cells, some people eye cells, whatever, right? But they happy with whatever they are, and it fits right in the body. Everything has to work together, because you're not going to say, well, man, I don't like my butt, and you're going to neglect it. You see, so you have these different things, but y'all was made of organs. So the body is forming, right? And the brain, then it produces these organs, and they go forth into it. And you have the. So this gets. I'm reluctant to really deal with this process. Okay, so the body forms, right? Like it has to be in. See, a body is formed 1,500 years ago. It wouldn't survive now because it doesn't have. It has to have the genes. Has to be. Everybody has to come into existence that can handle the reality of what we are right now, the environment and everything else, right? Say like trillions of years ago, we used to live in the water. Well, that body was born today wouldn't survive because it's not, they have the DNA for the land, for air. You understand? Has the DNA to deal with that situation. So you need, did you see, that's what scripture is. With this situation. Just like the genetic, as you pass on, the brain has to get it, and it gets the code, and I pass on the other ones. And so that's the code. Say, okay, you follow that code. That's the, because we're preparing for the environment that we're coming into. And that's where scriptures come in at. But we're talking one body here. So brain comes, you got that genetic code that passed on, and that's the code that takes design what the other parts are going to be, and that keeps going on. So if there's an error in there somewhere, then all of a sudden there's going to be an error down the line, and it's going to be replicating, and you can have a deformed baby or a baby with 8 toes or something. You understand, brothers and sisters? See? So is that why there's 3? Because you got 3 main organs. Now that, right, that's from that comes the circulatory system, the blood, right? Veins, all that comes out of that. Even the bones. See, bones are part of circulatory system. You probably didn't know that, right? The marrow and all that stuff. Comes from that system. That system has to be right. If it passes a bad genetic code down, right, then it's going to be errors down the line, and you're going to show up somehow. So when the baby comes through, you're going to see a big error, right? Missing the eye, right? or whatever. Can't see too well or whatever. So it has to be perfect. You understand? So it's three main organs. So after the brain, you have three. So is that what they're telling you? I don't want to say too much here because didn't have to prove a lot of stuff, and I don't. You're not ready for that kind of proofs. You got the lungs. See, so one's a lung. One's got to be responsible, right, for that function, that major function. If that's messed up, then stuff that comes from there could be messed up too. So the brain has to make sure everything is perfect, because you don't have to edit, get rid of whatever. Otherwise, it's going to show up down the line, and when the body comes forth, it's going to come forth. And it says, the scripture said, no, it's going to be a perfect body. It's going to keep us last forever. It has to be perfect. And the brain has to make sure that code is followed perfectly all the way down the line. See? In the digestive system. See? Those three main organs, main systems. Everything else proceeds from there. And the brain comes first and produces those three, and those three producing the rest. The brain has to put a check on them. They have to put a check on what's coming, what produced from them. Is that why there's three? That's three? Think about it. That's the way the body works anyway, isn't it? And you have to have three. You have to have the heart, and digestive system. With any one of them missing, our body tell the devil, "Hey man, let's go and kill the heart." Yeah, well, you try it. Something to think about. So I can go more into detail, but bro, you ain't ready, sister, brother, sister. You ain't ready to get to the math, the background, the science that really understands and approves this. So I'm just putting on a general tone like that to give you something to think about. Because why is it three? First the brain, then the booster three. And then from the three, right, come the others. Multiply, and then think about it. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Okay, here's something else. This is going to be way above your heads, too. Like I said, you got to come to this level of knowledge. You're the gods. You don't. Like I said, I'm not giving you anything. I'm just bringing out what's in you. Now you can resist and say, I want to be stupid all my rest of my life. You don't have to go to the gym. The gym not giving you anything. It's letting you produce what's in you, but build muscle. It's not giving you muscle. You're born with that. You can't go to the gym and let me give me some muscle. No, you can build it in there. You can't go play, give me some brain. No, you can develop your brain. Let's look at this. Now you better put your thinking cap on, because this is gonna take you for a little ride here. Gonna take you for a big ride. Oh yeah, this is a roller coaster here. I know none of you ever thought this came to your mind at all. And this is the first time you're hearing this from anybody. The messenger hinted at it very little, because he said sisters. He was talking about sisters. I forget exactly how he said it, but he said sisters can bring back rainstorms and stuff. I forget exactly how he said it, so don't quote me. I'm not sure it's in How You Live, a Massive Black Man, or whatever. I know I was there, he says. I'm not sure what framework or venue he said it, but I know it was said. Okay, you have, this is going to lead into the next one I'm going to talk about, the math of That's the mission, right? But you have several atmospheres. You know, the ocean's atmosphere. And that's fish and stuff live in the atmosphere. And that all atmosphere has a currents to them. Currents. Right? So you have that, the water, the ocean, there's atmospheres. You have the air, yeah, that's atmospheres. You have another atmosphere. Now you can't see the air. You cannot see air. Right? But you can see the effects of air, and it's powerful. It's actually more, you see water. Water is easier to see. You can see water. But doesn't have, it's powerful, but doesn't have the power that air has. See? Because water can produce tsunami. I mean, it's not a tidal wave and all that kind of stuff. But what can the air do, man? Ooh. Tornadoes and hurricanes and all kinds of dramatic weather. Right? They all connect to us in one way or another. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with that one. Okay? But you can see the effects of it. See? Now there's another atmosphere you don't even worry about. That's the consequence atmosphere. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it's there. It's more powerful than the air consequence. Like air is more powerful than water, but this is even more powerful than that. And you control that too. See, I'm going to go into more detail in a minute, but I keep talking about quantity and quality. See, can't control the quantity of the universe. The universe spans how much energy here or there. We can't control that. But we control the quality of the energy that we have. That's where we're the gods at. We're the gods of the quality, not the quantity. Quantity, nobody, no God, nobody can control that. You have people try to, like fire angels, they thought they could stop the God from expanding the universe. No, that cannot be. We can have no control of that whatsoever. Nobody. No God, nobody, no one, no spirit being, anything. That's just the nature of the universe. But the quality of it, that's where we have control of it. Understand? So consequence is the most powerful atmosphere there is. But you can't see it, you can't touch it. But it's more powerful than the air. You can see the consequence. You can see the result of it. What happened? I mean, you see people, all kinds of things happen around you that had nothing to do with the air, had nothing to do with the water. See nations destroyed, had nothing to do with the air, nothing to do with water. And as a direct consequence of what they did. All this is, all currents are is a form of consequence, right? But that's a current. That's a current too. Like, positive, negative currents. If you can generate negative currents, you can generate positive currents. And that's where the 5 pillars of Islam come in at, because that's the nature of it. To teach you how to control the atmosphere consequence. It's more powerful than air consequence. And that's the consequence you're going to have to understand when you go to tribulation. That's the weapon you're going to have. See? I mean, if you had knowledge of controlling the weather, that'd be a powerful weapon right there. You put a tornado on somebody, come out and drop the tornado on their ass. You had the power to do it, you just don't realize it yet. But I'm talking consequence. The atmosphere of consequence, the atmosphere of consequence. It's an atmosphere. It's more powerful. You can't see it. You can't touch it. You can't smell it. But you see the effects of it. That you see in the world right now. This world is in a, what you want to call it? I don't want to call it the same thing as you call. I don't want to say it like it's a consequence hurricane. I don't want to refer it back to the atmospheric. I mean, the air type of consequence, air type of reactions. So we have to come to words that are used for that, but, right? I mean, what would you say? I mean, we see a tornado. What would be the relative? What would be in consequence atmosphere, what would be relative to a tornado? You know what I'm saying? There'd be a plague just wipe out other people? Because, well, you know, actually, right? I mean, in that there, right? A tornado itself, right, could be the result, right? In that, because I said consequence come in all kinds of forms, quality. So it could come in the form of a tornado, hurricane. You see? Because like I said, you got currents in water and you got currents in air too. So you got both got currents, but just water's different nature than it is in air. The consequence is just a different nature. The thing about consequence is it's got GPS on it. Air doesn't. It's a tornado. Consequence, right? And you can't get away from it. You see? And you might not see, you can see, oh, you have forecast sound showing you, oh man, it's going to rain. I mean, they see it coming. But see, in this one, who's the forecaster? The prophet. The prophet. Because he's telling you, hey, here's a consequence. I don't like you want to do it that way, but consequence storm coming. Apocalypse. You understand, brothers and sisters? And right now, you're the personification of consequence. Because all this stuff was done to you. You control it. You just don't know you control it. Your life needs to be manipulated by these devils. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. That's the atmosphere, brothers and sisters. It's like air. Just you can't see it, you can't touch it, but it's there. It's more powerful than all the rest of them. Like air is more powerful than water. Don't look like it, but it is. And it's more powerful even than that. And it encompasses all the other ones. It can cause the other ones to come into existence. Hope you understand that, brothers and sisters. I don't know. Let's see what I got here. Okay. That's the atmospheric air consequence right there. Or air, well, I guess the air consequence, but, right? Because you think atmosphere is just the air. No, atmosphere, water is atmosphere also. And consequence of atmosphere also. It's just more powerful than the other two. Produce currents. And that's what 5 pillars of Islam is all about, currents, right? So when it says, do unto them as done to you, it's not a consequence. That means you're controlling this. You're not going to come out with no bombs and guns. You're going to be controlling that in tribulation. That's why you got to come to understand it, and then you'll be ready to come home. God's. Because you're affecting it now. You just don't know it. You're working against yourself. You're beating yourself up with it. Because we are connected to all this. This all came from us. Remember, all this stuff came from us. This is the air currents. But they don't have GPS on them. You put GPS on it, and then you got consequence, atmosphere. Put it that away. Because air is something like water, but like I said, it's more powerful, and that's more powerful than this. But it includes all of these, and got my GPS on it. See? And since all things that's happening right now is done to you, then you, in some case, of consequence. Somebody takes something from you, right? Then the consequence, you take it back, but you the control of the situation. Because if you don't take it back, you're holding back the consequence. You were holding back the consequence because you refuse to take it back. And you might let it build up, and then, right, and then when you do it, you do twice as much, 3 times as much because you let it hold back so long. You dam it up. And all this stuff, everything in the world has been done to us. That's the second part of what I want to talk to. I'm not sure I'm going to get to that today. Everything's been done to us. So we're the consequence. We're the personification of it. Ain't no mystery God or whatever. We're it. They're going to feel, they ain't going to get nothing. Everything they get, they're going to get from us. All the evil coming is going to come from us. We're the consequence. We're the personification of it. Everything you see in the world right now, right, is working out in our favor. See? You see, false Israel, they be rocking over there, ain't they? They trembling over there. That's why they fighting so hard and everything, right? Because what? That's the consequence of their lying, stealing their identity. And now they've been exposed that they ain't the true thing. Right? But that affects us directly. Because you've been lying about who you are now is being exposed that you're not. That's coming from us. Because they wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for us, would they? The reason that it is because of us. They're a consequence of us just even being there. That's why they put them there, because of us. I hope you appreciate that, brothers and sisters. Male and female. I think I said enough about that. Maybe I should. Here's water current. Tide wave. But why is the world trembling and shaking? Because what? We're coming back into power again. We're the ones causing all this happening. You just don't know it. That's why you got to come into consciousness that you're the ones controlling this. I tell you about the 50-year cycles. I've proved that to you. I believe I have. You're the ones controlling this. You're the guys controlling. The problem is that you got a Lamborghini and you got a powerful engine and you got your foot on the gas and you ain't got no damn steering wheel. How's that going to work out? I'm here to give you a steering wheel. I ain't here to give you an engine. I ain't here to give you a Lamborghini. I ain't here to put your phone in. You already got all that going. You just don't have a damn steering wheel. That's the engine. That's what I'm here to get you the steering wheel. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Get a steering wheel. Okay, now I get to my main subject here. Mathematics of submission. Now, I've been told two things I've told you I've never talked about before, and you got a lot to think about there. So I'm dropping on you today. I've been out of commission for a few days, and I kind of got things working a little bit, I think. Right, so I think maybe that's probably why I was having a lot of problems, because maybe they got in wind that I was going to get into something like this, right? This is powerful stuff here. And this can be proven easily. I mean, if you think about it, right? I'm explaining it to you, because you're not hearing anything like this anywhere. Not even close. We don't know. Okay, we're going to talk. I'm going to have to talk this through, because I couldn't figure out any graphics that would really explain this and like I really want to, and you probably wouldn't understand anyway, and then it would take me a long time to do it. So I'm going to talk my way through it. I want to ask you some questions. Now, think about, say for instance, I'm going to try to say this slowly and clearly, right? And right in the way I'm saying that you can hardly see it, but anyway, that says submission. You can't see the big, I'm covering it, right? Mathematical submission. Now, say for instance, now universe open and closes, right? Now, right now, we get energy back. Approximately every 50 years, energy way, more energy is increasing, right? So I'm not going into all the details about that, just in general. But for a while, right, we started getting energy back in about 1860s. But for that, when energy was leaving, so it was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So say, for instance, you need 1,000 units of energy, and that, we call it calories. You need 1,000 calories a day. You need 1,000 calories a day. That's what you need to survive. That's the minimum, just to survive. Stay alive. So many calories you say, that's what you need, right? But the energy diversification got so bad, the universe got so bad, right? The energy got so low that you only got 100. Everybody got 100 a day. So only enough energy for everybody gets 100 a day. But you need 1,000. 1/10 of what you need, because you need that to live. So your life is in jeopardy. So you have to have that. So what you do is you're going to take them from other people. Or you're going to take them, going to take somebody else. Now you're creating negative energy for yourself. 10 times as much, right? Because you only got 10, you got 100, but you need 1,000, so that's 10 times as much. So now you got to take 10 from right? And everybody else all they got is 1,000 too, so you take all theirs. So now you took from 10 people that they have nothing. Now they got to give them some, you see that's that's the electric effect I was telling you about, right? Electricity effect. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying? So now because you're desperate, you got to have that, right? And you got to have it in the form of calories. That's get to quality. Think about the quality. You can't just have 1,000 units of energy. Remember, you need to survive, so you need in form of food, calories. You can't just say, well, I'm going to take $100 from you. Okay, but what if you can't buy any food with it? And do you no good? I got $1,000 now, but you got to have food. You got to be in the form of calories. Just get to the quality. Keep that in mind. See, that's what you need. Okay. So, by doing that, right, you're building negative energy around yourself, because now you're surviving, but you under intense negative. All kinds of bad things happen to you, but you're alive. You're alive. All kinds of bad things happen to you, but you're alive. You keep yourself alive, but all kinds of bad, because you got 1,000 units of energy, negative energy, 900 units of negative energy. Right? Now, what form will that take? What form will that take? See, but you got bad luck. You got 1,000 units of bad luck happening to you every day. All kinds of bad things happen to you. Nothing good happening to you. But you're alive. You're alive. But you got all these bad things happening to you. Think about that one. Think about that for a minute. Now, you guys, what's the quality of the energy you're taking? And what's the quality of the bad luck that you're getting? Let's get into personification. I say we personify everything so you can see it, you can feel it. We don't talk about no spooks or spirits. So remember, you need this, but you need it in the form of food. So, but what if none of the people you see have any food? Then what can you take? Then you're going to starve to death. You can't take anything from them because you need food, and they don't have it. Or if there's a man over here, a farmer over here, he got it. He's got food. And he control the quality of the energy you take and the quality of the consequence. Oh. Are you feeling me? He got food. Remember, that's what Adam prayed for. And just give us more food. And God said, we'll give you plenty of food, but we're going to chastise you more. We chastise other nation if you turn away. See, because they don't need as much energy. So you create somebody don't need as much energy so they will have food. have control. They don't need as much energy because you need 1,000. They don't need 100 a day. So they got 900 energy, and they put it in quality of food because they need food and stuff too. They have food. So now you can go and get 100 from them, 900 from them. But now you got all the negativity that goes with it, and they control that too. So they're whooping your ass, they beating you, oppressing you, and everything else. But you're alive. You're alive. That's it. Easy. That's a short answer there. You understand it? See? Because if you're going to go to that situation, you say, well, yeah, but we got to make sure there's food to take. And so we got to give somebody that can produce food during that period of time. Produce the devils. They would have food. But it's like, you get a situation where you invest $1, you invest $10, you get $10 back. Or you invest $1,000, you get $1,000 back. So you got a farm, right? And say, for instance, you're on a farm, you put $1,000 worth of $1,000 energy. You put 1,000 calories of energy. Wait a minute. Put it this way. I'm going to have two types of ways here, brothers and sisters. Say, for instance, you work in this farm for a year, and you make enough calories. In other words, you make in your harvest time, you get enough calories as much as you put in. Because you have to do a lot of work to produce that, and you reap it. You get enough, so you can last another year, but you ain't making no profit. You just getting enough to keep them alive. But what if you do the farm and you only make enough calories? You work a whole year, but you only make enough. The harvest is enough calories to last you 6 months. Then would you do that? Say, man, I ain't doing that, man. Because that means you got to work twice as hard. You got to work twice as hard. You got to work the calories that take for 2 years to produce enough for 1 year, 5 every year. So you got to work twice as hard. See, for 2 months, that means you got to work 6 times as hard. Because you want to survive, you got to work 6 times as hard to produce just enough to last you for a year. Because that's where you need enough calories to last for a year. So every year, you got to work 6 times as much hard to make enough calories to last you every year. Energy base keeps going down, down, down. That's assuming that you have quality for the farm. So you have the quality of the farm. But if you don't want to do that, then you're going to starve. So I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to take and do enough, man, for a year, the regular. Okay, now, so you put that, but you need to do 6 times as much. So now you got enough for the last 2 months. Now you're going to starve for the next 10 months. Because if you want enough for the whole year, then if that's the case, you got to work 6 times hard. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? It's like working on a job, right? You're on a job, and the guy says, okay, the boss says, okay, you work 8 hours a day for me, right? And you're going to cost you 1,000 calories a day to do a job you need to do. But I'm only going to pay you 500, enough to get 500 calories. So, well, how would I do that? See, so if I want 1,000 calories, which I need, right? Remember, I need 1,000 calories, right? And I go on his job, and he wants me to work, right? It's going to take me 1,000 calories to do the job. But I'm only going to get 500 back. I need 1,000. It means I got to work twice as hard. The boss to pay me twice as much. See? So I'm still I'm working, I'm busting my ass. I'm tired. But that's what I got to do to stay alive. I don't know if you understand, get my drift on this, but it's just where it's going. You understand? But that's what you need. That's what you need to do. See? Because when you're in time of energy deprivation, time of need, that's what you have to do. And so I said in that situation, but if you make personification, you make a man like a boss that had the food, and so therefore now you under that person's control because you need to get the food because that they will turn to control the quality. Yeah, you got energy, but you need it in the form of food. Remember I told you in the universe, contraction, every energy wave I said is absorbed by the earth, and the earth has tools in a form that we can use. You just can't use it. Energy has been a form you can use, and food is one of the forms where you need. So that's the mathematics of our costs. That's the mathematics of our costs. That's why it's told, because, okay, let's look at it another way. Say, for instance, you say, okay, man. Now you look at Massa over there, right? Now remember, Massa, he got a whole different dynamic. Because you got to work. Say, for instance, remember, you need 1,000, but you only get 100. So you got to work 10 times as hard to get that 1,000. Master, he ain't got it. He just do regular work because he don't have to do that much at all. Because remember, he only needs 100, but he gets 1,000. So he don't have to hardly work at all. Because he gets 10 times more back for what he does. The effort he puts in, he gets 10 times more back. But if we put in, we get 1/10 back of what we put in. So you look at him and say, well, hey, look, man, he's laying back. He's cool, man. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't going this. I got to do this. So you start looking at him. You take a cue and say, well, because they blister, I ain't going through that. They say, man, but if you do like Master do, you're going to starve to death because you can't be him because Master's different. He got a different matrix. And that's how you get deceived where you say, oh, man, I ain't going to go out there and work 10 times as hard to get that one. He ain't got to work hard at all to get it. Because you think that no, that's not you. That's not you. But see, you in submission to Master, he control the quality. So if you want your 1,000 from him, then he can beat your ass. He can do all kinds of stuff to you because remember, he giving you more than you're supposed to have. So he's whooping your ass, he's raping you, doing all kinds of stuff to you. He don't have to do it that way, but he's wicked, so that's what he's going to do. Because he could just oppress you. He could just work your ass off. If he wasn't a wicked, evil devil, he'd make you work your ass off. He would make you serve, and you'd be hard labor. But he wouldn't be, right? He wouldn't be taking and abusing you in the sense like raping you, murdering you, and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because he's allowed to do that. He's allowed because you took from him more than you took from him more than you're supposed to have. You're only supposed to have 100, and he getting you 1,000. So it means you got 900 with bad luck, right? But his bad luck come in the form of he could bad luck in the form is a man. You just got to work, man. You got to work 7 days a week, man. You got to work 24 hours. You got to work 16-hour days. So, oh man, that's hard. Okay, but you maintain your dignity. You maintain your who you are. But you're just busting your ass. Boy, but if he's a wicked person, and right? No, he's going to beat you, and he's going to rape you, and he's going to starve you, all that kind of stuff. And that's what you get judged for. Because the consequence of what he was doing was okay, long as he was, right? You were serving him. You worked 10 times as much to get 1/10 of what you, right? To get what you need. Right? Because that's what you have to do, because that's the balance. That's the consequence of it. Right? But if he's beating you and torturing you, raping, all that kind of stuff, right? It's still consequence. The consequence of quality. And he got to pay for that consequence of quality. See? Because when you come out of that, now you remember he did that to you, so that the consequence we did to you when you come out of that. Well, let me say something before I say that. Now, when you come out of that, right? Now you don't need to work 10 times. You got enough energy, right? You're getting 1,000 units of energy now. That's what you're getting. So you don't need that anymore. Or do you? Think about it. because you have that, but you still have no farms, you don't have no food nowhere, you don't control the food. You still got to go to that master and still get his food. So he's still going to do the same damn thing he was doing before. Only problem is, you got more energy, it's going to come to you in a different form, but it's not going to come to you that way. You're still going to get a pressure, but you're still going to have a lot of other energy. It's just in that situation, you still got to, he's going to pressure you, got everything else, because you still, remember, you still got to get the food from him. So he's still doing this stuff to you, right? But now you're getting positive energy from another form, different quality. You understand? I hope you understand that point. Let me say it again. Now you getting 1,000, but you still need food. And his nature is, you got to work 10 times as much to get this food. That's his nature. So he's still going to work you 10 times as hard to pay you 1/10 of what you. Right? So in other words, you need to get 1,000. He's going to make you work 10,000 hours or whatever. You understand? To get that 1,000. He's still going to do that. But so your energy going to come in another form. Right? Because right now, you don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to do it from a physical point of view, quantity point of view, but still need the quality form, because he still controls the food. So he says, you still got to do this. So now maybe when you go do it, maybe you don't feel as tired as you was before, right? Or maybe you got a better relationship with your wife, you got better children or whatever, but you still, in that situation, as long as you're there, you're still going to be busting your ass 10 times harder as you would to get that, because that's the way his system works. You understand what I'm saying? That's the mathematics. That's why it says you leave out here great substance, you have it, but you don't see it here because you still, as long as you stay in America, you're always going to be in that situation. Because that's the way they are. They're going to make themselves billionaires and everything else, and you work, you say a guy, a CEO of a company, he's making $1 million an hour. Is he working 1,000,000 times more time greater than you? He working 10,000 times harder than you? No, he ain't. But that's the way that's who they are. So that's what they're going to do. As long as you stay here, right, you're going to still have to be doing that to get what you need, because you need food. And to get the food that he has, that's what you got to do it. And so he's going to apply consequence. Now, remember, he's doing this to you, but now the times have changed, right? So by him doing that, he's got to be judged, because he's afflicting you during a time that you got enough energy, right, to retaliate. You did before, because that was the consequence. You was taking more than you was supposed to get. But now you ain't taking more than you're supposed to get. You're taking, but you ain't taking more than you're supposed to get. So therefore, you're not suffering the negative consequence anymore. You're not suffering bad luck anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So you get to the point where you start, right? Your luck start being good. Who's going to be directed against? Master. Doing them as they've done to you. I'm not sure if this is resting with you or not, brothers and sisters, if you understand this or not. You're going to understand after a while. I'm trying to get a master of submission. Let's look at it from another point of view. And I'm going to talk about this a little more. Now, I'm going to get to the second part. There's no way I'm going to get to the second part today. Now, take Haiti, for instance. Now, we submitted. So, okay, submit. We go slave. We do that, right? Because then we can survive. That kept us, make us survive. Right? We survive. We maintain our DNA. Basic. We lost everything else. But we still, our DNA survived. The seed survived. That's why submission. And then plus, under that pressure, it transformed into a stronger seed. Right? Better. But take the Haitians. They said, oh man, we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to work on the fields like that. We're going to make us work 10 times hard and all that kind of stuff. Hell with that. They got rid of massa. But they got nothing. They got no food. They starving. You don't want to go to Haiti. It's a basket case. See? They starving. All kinds of stuff happened to them. All kinds of negative stuff. Nothing but bad luck over there. Because they said, I'm not submitting anymore. They thought by not submitting, and they worse off now. Because the quality, Master's not there with the quality of food they need. He ain't there with it. So now they ain't got to submit to that, right? They ain't submission to that, but now they don't have the quality because that submission allowed them to get the quality. Now they need food. They're starving. You understand what I'm saying? Haiti's probably one of the most poorest place in the world. Okay? Because they don't have the quality. They're not producing the quality and stuff. They don't have it. Master had it. They threw away Master, then look what happened. So we submitted, and okay, so we preserved our seed. Then we beat towards, they wasn't beat over there. They wouldn't rape me on that anymore, but they were starving everything else. Dying, hunger. Whatever. Hope you understand that idea, concept, brothers and sisters. Now, when we go into actually literal mathematics, I mean, I'm really telling you how it works. You should be able to put it in mathematical form. But that's what that is. That's what's going on there, brothers and sisters. That's the idea. See? So we submitted. You take the Arabs, for instance, they said, we ain't going to submit to that, right? Okay, well, they've been getting their ass kicked for the last 5 years too, haven't they? And where they getting their food and stuff from? They can't eat oil. They cannot eat oil. And they're not producing that over there, are they? They get it from massa in exchange for oil. And so massa controls them over there, and whooping their ass and over there in their country and doing all that stuff doing to them. See? We ain't going to submit to massa. So massa's beating their ass into submission. Because they can't eat oil. See, say that's the energy, but they can't eat it. You understand, brothers and sisters? Let's see what I got here. See, so I got some things here, right? So, get more stuff over here. I can. Oh. Okay. And consequence, that's fundamental. Universe consequence is fundamental. But you gotta understand how consequences work in different venues. Right? Like I talk about the universe expands or contracts. It means the fulcrum changes. That means the scripture changes, the sense of justice changes, right? Because now you got leverage. Or or in our case, we had energy deprivation. It was leverage against us. You have the quality of energy and the quality of quantity. We don't control the quantity. We control the quality. Bad luck and good luck means negative energy and positive energy. Submission, right? Submission to the will of Allah. Submission to, right, the mathematics of the time. Use your advantage. See? So the sealed Bible has said, go along with this. Preserve our seed. So we come out of it. Now we're the top dog, if you want to put it that way. I shouldn't even say top dog, man. Because these people, these dogs, they make, this is really, these dogs, they wipe their ass with their tongue. That's how they use the toilet paper. And they be kissing them in the mouth and everything else, having their kid. They bring them in, they fill the thing in their house. But they wouldn't bring a homeless person in the house. But they bring a filthy ass dog in there. Oh, you stinking, you home. Yeah, what you think about that? What you think about the dog? These people are sick. But see, that's part of what we have to deal with them, because that's what they was made for, to get us energy deprivation, but to provide the quality that we needed to see. We needed quality to get to energy deprivation. We couldn't produce it, but they could. So that's why we submit to them, because we needed food, and they could produce it. They would have it. See, and they would make them right. They would make us produce it. But the point is, how they make us produce it. If we left our own, we wouldn't make enough. So they forced us to produce enough for them and us, and they gave us shitlings anyway. Understand? Personification. We put it energy deprivation. We put the personification. We make the devils. They're the personification of energy deprivation. We're the personification of consequence. Quality control. They have control of our energy right now, even though we have enough energy to maintain ourselves now. Since we're here, they control the quality of it. So they have us beating ourselves. They give us their mind, so we're beating ourselves. We like a Lamborghini with an engine, and we ain't got no steering wheel. They control the steering wheel. So they're in the driver's seat, but we the car. We got the engine, all the power, but they're in the driver's seat. We got to get them out of the driver's seat. See? Energy deprivation. These are concepts you need to understand and get familiar with. Hope you understand these things, brothers and sisters. Said I told 3 subjects I never really talked to like this before. I'm getting deep. I told you I get deeper and deeper to it. I didn't, personally, I didn't think I'd be talking about this until we got home, because I'm still right. I'm still the opinion that I didn't think we was gonna get this far before this thing broke loose. But anyway, right now anybody can see is can break loose right now. It's so high, it's no way I think ain't balling in by next week. But we got the time frame, October, November. Unless that prophecy is wrong, unless I got it wrong, that means the longer you get into it, that means the worse it's going to get and the faster it's going to happen. And we know it's going to happen fast. It's happening fast right now. I mean, false Israel attacking everybody. Everybody's attacking them, and plus they're attacking American troops too. So for all practical purposes, the war is on. It's just that Master Muhammad ain't manifested itself yet. At least I don't know that he has. And for Iran, it's just they waiting for false Israel to make its move. And they said once it happens, they said, man, they say it's all bets off. So we are. So as long as we, so I'm going deeper and deeper into it. See what I got here. I'm not going to go into my. Well, let me think about it. Maybe I'll. See? They're good and have a good time. Starving. That's if we didn't submit. Because they got the food. And we might have energy. But you need a form of food. We didn't have that. See? And for us to do it, we had to work 10 times hard to produce it. Say, hey, man, damn, I got to work 24 hours a day, man, to have enough food. And it's their time for last. They got plenty of food and everything. See? Damn. See? Working our ass off. Being beaten, everything else. Minimum overhead, maximum profit. You put 100 calories in, you get 10 calories back. You invest $100 in, you get $10 back. Why would we do that? Man, I'm gonna invest in this thing. I'm gonna put $100. I'm gonna get every $100 I put in, I'm gonna get $10 back. Wow, that's our situation. See? But that $10 is $10 in the form of food. See, that $10 come back as a form of food. So you do $100 worth of work to get $10 worth of food. If that's the only place you get food from, you understand that? If that $10 you getting, he giving you. You got to give him $100 worth of work, right? And he give you $10 worth of food, but he's only got food. So that's where you got to keep doing $100 worth of work to get $10 worth of food, which is going backwards because how can you sustain that? You're wearing yourself out. You're not profiting, but you're still alive because you get the food. You need $10. You need the food. So now you're working 10 times as much to get $10 worth of food because he controls the food. Just like in Haiti right here, right? They live and dancing there with the mass ain't around, but they ain't got nothing. Got rid of massa, but they ain't got no food or anything. Whole lot is you understand, brothers and sisters? Okay. I'm going to touch on this, brothers and sisters, and I'm going to go. Some of the enemies, right? Let's start over here. Nah, I think I wait no time for this. I think I wait no time for this, brothers and sisters. Because what I wanted to show here is, so all nations, it says, you'll see all nations be blessed. That's what's talking about us. Because everybody's living off of us. They're like the vultures that's living off the dead bodies they killed. They got killed. See? The Arabs got our land. See? Our religion. Our language. It's ours. They took that and they claimed, And then plus they made themselves white to go along with the devils to show that because we black, something wrong with us. Because they was black at the beginning too. Then you got Satan, false Israel. They got identity. They got identity and, right, who we are. Our image. So they got our land, our language, right? Our land, our language, and religion. They got our identity, our image. See, they control over all that's our stuff. They got the devils. They got control of us. The quality of our energy. I just talked about that. See, therefore they're rich. See, because they make us work 10 times hard to give us a little back. Maximum profit, minimum overhead. So they can make us work 10 times hard. Make us work $1,000 worth of work to give us $100 back. That's gonna make you rich anyway. If you can work somebody, make them give you $1,000 worth of energy, effort, and only gonna give $10 back, $100 back. Man, you're gonna be rich. That's what he done. That's how you got rich. Man, see, that gets the minimum profit, maximum overhead. Right? And then you got the demons. Right? They live amongst their parasites. They're bad role models. Right? But they got image to search them because they work with the devils, with the false Jews. Right? Distort the image. That's one of the reasons why the Africans want to kill us, because they associate us with them, and we black people over here are making the Africans over there, Esau, look stupid. They don't like that. That's one of the reasons why they kill us. I didn't mention that one in the beginning. That's Esau. Because we're making them look stupid, because we're the image of black people, but Africa is a continent, and Africa looks stupid, ignorant, and everything because of us. Because we look how we portray them all. It's all over the news and everything. They want us dead. We make them look evil and wicked, make them look stupid, whores and everything else. In my opinion, okay, I'm buffing over the other side here. I don't know if I got this far, so I'm going to go on. Yeah. Then you got Hades. See? They taking, remember the quality? They taking the quality of the jobs that we'll be getting, or the intellectual jobs. They over here, man, you'll be in America. There's millions of them now. Because they don't want you to have them. They're getting rich off of that. That's building their economy and everything's building up because of what they're getting here. Because they're intellectual. That's ours. They got that. And then you take the industrial, that's death. That's Orient, China. They got the industrial ones. So you don't get them. You understand, brothers and sisters? And they get rid of you. Show this picture, I'm going to go, brothers and sisters. I don't know, it's buffing over there. So I got that far, so I guess well, we'll see. I just do the back part just later. See right here? They're going to replace you with robots or just transform you into a robot. They already we was the first robots anyway, Negro robots. We was the first robots anyway, the biological robots, because that's what we did. We had total control to our language, our ability to think and everything. And we just did what it winds up to us what to do. Now they're going to replace you with robots or they're going to turn you into a robot. I'm going to leave it there, Bounce. I'm buffering a lot now. I didn't mean to go as far anyway. So I guess my voice is still being broadcast. Let me see if anybody said anything. I'm going to close out. No, nobody said me anything, so I guess nobody's paying attention or I'm okay. I'm gonna leave it there, bro. Since follow up on this last part, probably tomorrow if I can. Let's just holds up. Okay, hope you understand, bro. I'm gonna leave it there, bro, sisters. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about all this. Okay, I'm close out, bro, sisters. Yeah, it's really buffering. It's doing anything. Okay, future news out.